legend Ray Lewis is here.
Good to be here today. See you guys.
Moving on to some of the stuff that you have going on, Ray, I know that earlier you were kind of involved in some thoughts that you had about the whole Kaepernick protest situation. You kind of made those things public. I don't want to put words in your mouth. Why don't you just tell us exactly what you meant when you spoke up about Kaepernick's protest and sort of the Black Lives Matter movement?
I am 1,000% behind Kaepernick. I'm not here to offend nobody when I speak about Cap or anybody. Cap, I applaud you for what you're doing. I applaud for what you're standing up for, bro. But I am a solution-based person. I love that if you don't have a solution from a protest, then it remains a protest. That's all. And in urban neighborhoods, you got to understand, I've been doing this since 1996. I'm not being counseled by myself. One of my counselors, I cherish every word that comes out of his mouth, is Jim Brown. And one thing Papa always tells me is that you let them do all of that. Because if you don't create economic development and you don't educate the situation, then a protest remains a protest. So you can get mad at me, you can say what you want to say, it's irrelevant anyway, right? I don't live to be liked, I live to be respected.
Right.
Right. But it's a bigger issue, man, and the issue is that we have to take it upon ourselves not to give up on our country and put something else in the middle of what's really going on.
What are you doing to take action? What's your plan?
Oh man, not only one thing I'm doing. There's a multiple things I'm doing, and one of them is Baltimore 1000. And after the unrest in Ferguson with Mike Brown, we started walking the streets, and we realized that nobody outside was going to actually come in and create economic development. So what we started to do was partnering with business owners of that community to now create Ferguson 1000, which transitioned into Baltimore 1000 this last Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Listen, we came together, we worked with over 52 companies, and now it's a movement nationwide. We got a phone call from the White House. Now they want to meet with us because this program, what we've created, listen, you walk in this building, and the moment your hope of not having a job, you walk out, and we gave over 400 or 500 jobs on the spot that day. You got guys coming in there with felonies. You got guys coming there with things on their records, and we have expungement people there that can get those things off of their records and not diminish their hope. Because one of the biggest problems we have in America is job creation. Right? We don't have a bunch of jobs in America, and a lot of people aren't given jobs. So that's what our whole thing is. And one of the things, us walking the streets, one of the things we found out by talking to people why in Baltimore gang violence starts and gang initiation starts at 9 years old. Once these things, so we asked the question, what's the biggest problem? Lack of jobs.
Right.
So our whole thing is we got to give these people something to do and give them something to do right now, or if not, they're going to choose the opposite side.
Ray, when you walk into a business in Baltimore and you're Ray Lewis,
crazy,
and you walk in, does it go to what happens?
Crazy.
What happens?
So it's one thing I realized, and this is honest God and true, there's nothing like, no lie, playing in one city your entire career. And because
listening to Dwight Howard,
there's no understanding that when I say the king of that city, the love that I have for that city and the love that city has for me, man, it's overwhelming. And I promised them one thing. I promised them that they will see glory. So to bring that to the city, and you ask me when I walk in the buildings, we all cry because it's that important.
When was the last time you paid for a meal in Baltimore?
I don't pay for meals in Baltimore.
Okay, you're talking about guys who played a long time in the same city. Baltimore happens to be the home of a guy named Cal Ripken Jr. Oh. Right? Did the same thing. You and Cal Ripken Jr. go walking down the street. What happens? What happens? I mean, the place must go absolutely insane.
Total chaos. So it's funny. So it's really funny. So me and Cal, literally, we live less than 2 houses down from
I love that. I love that.
And the other person that's on the top of the hill is Kevin Plank.
Really?
So the owner of Under Armour. So me, Kevin Plank, and Kyle Ripken live on the same little cul-de-sac.
I wonder what trick-or-treating is like in there. You must get the big candy bars.
You cannot get through the gates.
Ray, I can't thank you enough.
This was amazing, Ray, man.
Thank you so much for making time for us, man. It's a pleasure.
If you like what you just saw, videos, great stories, and crazy photos, we've got more like it every single night on TMZ Sports on FS1.